Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Malt Magic Campaign 2. Yes, I am back in the DM's chair. This is the Planar Detective Agency, and I am wearing my Leicester City top because we are about to win the title. But that aside, last time on Malt and Magic, our heroes faced something of their darkest hour yet, with Mara and Kavan, our star-crossed lovers, our intrepid duo, finding themselves clawing their way out of a dungeon of the Order of the Right Hand, an escape that tested their resolve and their resourcefulness, with Kavan having to very swiftly dispatch a priest of the Order of the Right Hand. And while that's going on, meanwhile, back at the top of Union City, Lex, Edgius and Jewel weren't having a much easier time either. In an unexpected ambush, they were left reeling from a sinister parting shot. The Veiled Viper says hello. Clear that now the shadows stretch longer and deeper than our heroes anticipated. But true to their name, the Planar Detective Agency did not let adversity knock them down for too long. After something of an interesting regroup with a speeding carriage, and Kavan just sort of stood there waving, we got the group back together. They spirited Mara to the safety of the Jarl's Hearth Inn, and there they paused, somewhat briefly. Their next move, a somewhat unanimous and resolute decision to wipe out the Order of the Right Hand, driven by a thirst for vengeance for Kavan's tormented past and the innocent blood spilled, including that of poor young Timmy. So tonight we dive back into the fray. Will our heroes' resolve lead them to victory, or does the Order of the Right Hand have more venomous tricks up their sleeves? Strap in, folks, this is going to be a fun one. Few content warnings before we begin. There will be blood, there will be guts, there will be strong language. There may also be scenes of ritualistic nature, whether that is ritualistic torture or ritualistic copulation as well. You have been warned. Let's roll.
Yeah.
Heyo!
What's poppin'?
We're all back. I don't know what everybody's on tonight, but we're all struggling a little bit to keep it sort of locked in. Amazing. Sure. So yes, welcome to episode 57. Let's run down our lineup and then we will descend into some chaos. There's a few bits to sort of tie up from last time as well. But I am Matt, I am your Dungeon Master. I will not be playing any NPCs tonight. Instead, I'm going to be playing, well, I say NPCs. I'm not going to be playing any friendly NPCs. Let's put it that way.
Dude, we could find Callum. Don't doubt us.
Where's what's her name? Takami at?
Wally.
Could go shopping for the next 3 hours.
Where's Wally?
We could go shopping for the next 3 hours.
Dave, take it away.
Oh, me, yes, hi. I am Dave, and I'm playing Jewel of Shadows, the female Tabaxi rogue.
Are you 100% sure about that? Because it didn't sound convincing.
Not at all. Did I sound scripted? Because I felt it.
We've all lost our minds when Matt said there's going to be cult-themed sexual activity. We're like, oh my god. Just can't wait to get to that. I don't
even know what that is.
Lex. Well, you'll find out. I am playing
you're an
Lex, the
American.
UNT sorcerer. I'm gonna fuck up some priests.
Oh.
Hopefully. I am Tom, the father half of Homie and the Dude, and I am playing Kavan Buckland, the human barbarian multi-class paladin. I've been studying all week.
Spoilers.
And yeah, I'm hyped to F up some priests as well.
What's up? I'm Bodhi, the son half Homie and the Dude. I am playing everyone's favorite bard sorcerer, Edgiest Bones Jones, and I'm less keen to, like, I wasn't on board with the priest killing, like, I don't know, but, you know, like, now that we're here, I'm a little bit more excited, like, I think, you know, as we got closer to the location, these guys were, like, you know, getting hyped, you know, talking lots of shit, and I got really excited with them. I don't know why, they're infectious energy, guys. Priest killing, what can I say?
Yeah, let's fuck up some priests.
I've never seen 4 individuals roleplay killing priests, or roleplay the excitement of killing priests so much.
Is that where
I
art
don't know what that means as a character for us.
imitates life?
Yes, exactly.
Amazing.
look
So,
at that,
first of all, a big thank you to Bodhi for last week for Orbital Blues Session 1. It was incredible. The amount of clips we got out of that was amazing. There's bits that we've missed and I've still not clipped, which we'll go back to. Fucking fantastic stuff. So I think it was Isaac for President needs to go out at some point, but yeah, stay tuned for that. But what an incredible episode 1. I am thoroughly looking forward to session 2. And yes,
Mars Great Again is a t-shirt, dude. That's I'm actually gonna make that t-shirt.
Let's do it.
That's fucking sick, dude. I need that as a t-shirt.
I want to sell it at Trump.
We need it on a hat.
I mean,
yeah. Oh, fantastic. So, yes, last week we also leveled up. So everybody took a level in their respective classes, apart from Kavan, who has now taken their first level in Paladin, which is exciting. Now, Tom, did we roll your hit points? I don't think we did.
No, I don't think we did either.
So we need to roll 1d10, I think, for a Paladin.
Okay.
I don't know what your hit dice is. Bear with me, let me double check that, because I don't want to fuck that up. Come on, load. So... what? Hit dice, where are we?
Hit dice for...
It is 1d10.
1d10.
So you roll 1d10 and add that to your rolled hit points as well.
Oh, fuck me. That was a 2. And my
2.
rolled...
In fact, you're on fixed hit points, so I'm going to ask you a question now. Would you like to change that to rolled hit points, in which case we're going to re-roll all of your HP?
Oh, no, let's just stay fixed. Let's just stay fixed. Fuck
Yep, stay fixed. That's cool.
Yeah, let's crack on.
Fine.
Yeah.
Very good. So then, we start our session having made that decision to go and basically wipe the Order of the Right Hand out, head back towards the orphanage and the Church of Paragon, to go and find them and destroy them. Timmy's corpse lies within the safe arms of the City Guard, the Harmonic Legion. A final reminder of what the Order have done, not just to you, but to the denizens of this city. Mara herself now waits patiently, safe within the Arlshearth Inn, and you are all outside. What, my friends, are we doing first?
I'm just going to put it out there that it was definitely Timmy's body that is the catalyst to us just breaking and going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, otherwise we'd be like, those bastards, and then walked off, but...
Yeah. No, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. Again. Let's head out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Before we go, Edgius is going to tune into a new thing that he's never done before. He's gonna look up to the sky, and he's gonna kind of put his bone finger on his bone temple, like Professor X, and kind of just really focus on Jules' dad, and just like really focus on actually communicating with Jules' dad. And I will, for the first time ever, cast sending as I send a message to Jules' dad.
Very good.
So I get 25 words. Is that correct?
I believe you do with sending. Yes.
Edgius is going to struggle with that.
It's gonna be.
Yo, homie, how you doing? What's up from the left side of the country?
So 25 words. Help me keep
Or
track,
less.
guys. Help me keep track. Or less.
Are you pooping?
What's up, bro? Edgius here. I need another weapon made.
Ooh, I like.
Have you heard of Final Fantasy? Think greatsword, one word, greatsword.
Hyphen, yeah.
Yeah, hyphen, yeah. Think greatsword, but 5X is one word. The number 5, the letter X, bigger. Cheers, pal. Peace. And that'll be my first sending spell to Jules' dad.
Perfect. Love it.
So as you send that off, then then a voice comes back, and I've now got to remember what voice I did for Page of Shadows because I can't fucking remember after the laugh of me.
He was high pitched and from Birmingham.
Yeah, exactly. What I remember.
He was a Brummie.
So you hear a sort of groggy voice back into your head. Edgius, it's early morning. What is Final Fantasy? Great sword I can do. Call me again at better time.
And just is gonna be like, sick, it works, and just like happily smile to himself and just be like, dope. And then yeah, be like, so are we going? Also, we've all got a kit out as well. I imagine we all kind
of your arm. We had that sort of yeah, we had the Batman sort of montage at the end with everybody suiting up.
Yeah.
I
with all the leather armor as we walk next to each other.
As we're walking next to each other, I go just kind of sidle up next to Lex, and I say, yeah, as we get closer, man, this whole balance thing, Lex, you know, there's some history here, and I just don't know. I don't know if, you know, whatever this thing that we're going to try to do, I just don't want to disappoint you, man. But every step we take is just bringing up more and more shit. And I just don't want to disappoint you or the team. But I can't promise anything right now, Lex.
You don't have to worry about disappointing me. It's an emotional time for all of us. Just think of Paragon. Think of what you want to be, who you want to be. But in the heat of battle, you do you. You
right,
doing
man.
you is balance.
Yeah. It hasn't been. It never has been. And I know what balance feels like. I know for a couple days after we left the village, I was like happy, and I was bouncing around, and I was joking, and I was having fun, and everyone noticed it. And here we fucking are again, man. Here we fucking are again.
Why don't you ask yourself not only what would Paragon do, but what would Papa Shadows do? Just have that thought in your mind.
Yeah. I'm trying, Lex. I'm trying. I feel like I'm slipping off the cliff, though.
I gotcha.
Cool. Well,
Are we ready?
Yeah, let's fucking keep walking. I just
Okay.
It's late, guys. I'm a little bit tired, but we got this. We got this. You just give me some words of inspiration, guys. Hype me up as we go. Hype me up as we go. I need just a little pick me up. All the armor I'm putting on took so long.
I was thinking the opposite, man. You got why don't you pull out your guitar, dude, and fucking strum up some tunes for us. I mean, like lightly. We don't want to like cause a fucking thing, but just something lightly, maybe a little acapella, just a fucking little war dance or something. Fucking just something to get me either going or not going. But I need something right now.
Okay. Edgius will pull out his loot from his back and will begin just kind of plucking away. Imagine like a Last of Us kind of style, like boom, doom, 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 kind of like vibe going on. As we kind of walk, it's dark in the streets, and Edgius is like the noise of the loot reverberates off like the cobblestone floors and the buildings and all that kind of stuff. Ominous.
Very good. So, Kavan, you lead the party through the winding streets of Union City, knowing all too well where the orphanage was, next to that church of Paragon. And eventually you sort of come up into the main alleyway, if you like, the main street. You see a number of buildings around you, but immediately in front of you is the large building of the orphanage of Paragon, which, for anybody that is now looking at the map, would be this particular building here.
Can I just check if the place that I used to sneak in and out of as a kid on the regular is still accessible?
Make me either an investigation or a perception check, depending on how closely you're looking. If you're going to sneak around the building and see if you can find it, that's going to be an investigation check. If you're just looking, that's a perception.
18 plus... Oh, nice. That's a 23, man.
23. Perception or investigation?
Perception.
Perception. So you look around and you sort of wander up to the side of the building and peer around, and you can see the kitchen that is attached to the orphanage. And you see sort of the window, which you know is always unlatched. No one's ever in the kitchen because it's just a place for sort of the orphans to almost look after themselves somewhat. And you know that's an easy way to sneak in.
All right, and I just turn to the group and I do some signals of just like, and basically that connotes, let's just quietly fucking make our way to that window. And then I'm looking at Lex and Edgius, and I'm like, and then I repeat the whole thing.
What are you saying? Jewel will lean into the other ones and very quietly follow me, and then will gracefully, one hopes, jumps just clean through the window.
Okay, so I'll say you push it open first.
Yes.
I was going to say the window's open.
We're fucking here. Very good. So you sort of creep into the kitchen then. It's still very early morning at this point. The sun has barely begun to rise. And you do find a subtle kitchen. I should also say that tonight's map is brought to you courtesy of Dungeon Alchemist and Tabletop. So yes, first time trying out a new virtual tabletop here. So you sneak in, I've just got to get used to the controls, so you're going to have to bear with me, folks. You sneak in this window over here. into a kitchen. You find a very, very simple kitchen. There is a stove, there's some areas for preparing stuff, and other than that, it's pretty clear. There is a single candle which burns in a wall sconce. The fire is burning out at this point in sort of big, large stove, but there is a pot just to the side of the stove which still sort of steams slightly.
So, GM, from my time in Union City, would I know whether this religion, this group of priests, the people that they follow, this orphanage, would it be regaled in a similar manner to, I don't know, like Catholic people? Like, would they have that kind of grandeur of like the churches being all like cathedrals with like gold bits everywhere, or is it a bit more quaint and down to earth once we get inside?
I will say make me a religion check, but given your knowledge of Union City, I will allow you to add your proficiency bonus on top of that, even if you've already got proficiency. So I'll give you expertise if you do. If not, it'll be proficiency in it.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. In religion, where the fuck are you? Religion, there you are. Cool. Okay, so 10 plus 4. So 18.
18. Prior to meeting Kavan, you'd not really heard of Paragon. Since then, you sort of have done a little bit of study, and you understand that Paragon was actually a champion of the god Erathis, the prime deity Erathis. Now, in recent times, as with many of the prime deities, knowledge of them, worship of them has begun to dwindle, and these other lesser idols have started to take a bit more of the forefront. So the Church of Paragon is actually very, very simple, quite small. It is basically this building, stone building that you see next to the orphanage, and the orphanage itself.
Okay. Cool. Once we get inside, we've all climbed in, is that correct?
I will say you've all climbed in through the window now, so
amazing.
Let's move a few. There we go. We'll
Kavan,
drop a few tokens in there.
Jewel will say very quietly. How is it that these follow Paragon? How have they swayed so much? Or
it's all just no, dude. Look, Paragon is just a shingle on the door. Everything that happens inside is a whole different thing. It's just it's a fake. It's a facade. And this fucking place is a lot smaller than I remember it. I'm not sure if they've redesigned it or what, but like the window, the door, it feels like the place is shrunk on me, and I'm not sure exactly if it's different inside or I'm just having a little bit of a trip because I'm, not a kid anymore.
Well, them using the god's name, I'm not one for the gods, but it seems wrong. So,
Jewel, we're past that. We're fucking past that now.
I know we are. That's what I'm saying. But for one thing, I take it the children are to be left well alone. They are innocent in all of this.
You mean, are they still fucking with kids? Is that what you're saying? Or you mean if...
I'm saying we're not going to kill any kids, right?
No, dude, no kids. No kids.
Good.
Just fucking priests. Yeah, leave the kids alone. The kids have not done anything. The kids are innocent. The kids are fucking victims here.
Then we are going to save them tonight.
Yes.
We also have to bear in mind, we're going to save the kids, but A, where we're going to take them, and secondly, the guards are supposed to be coming here as well. We told the guards they killed Timmy, so at any point they could barge through the door. We just need to bear that in mind.
Then let's go.
Aegeus is over at one of the counters looking at a focaccia bread that was left out by one of the chefs, and is just kind of licking his bone lips in his head, even though there's no tongue there. And he's just like, "Oh God!" And he like turns back around as the guys are kind of running out the room or leaving the room, and he's just going to be like, "Coming back for you later." And, like touches the focaccia bread gently and runs after the gang.
Very good. Where are we going then?
I think we're going to be... Well, I would say we're following Kavan, maybe?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm sliding through that doorway in the kitchen.
Yep, this one.
Yeah. And again, going by memory, and it is burned in my brain, whether it's dark or not, the hallways, and it's all coming back to me. It is smaller and it does look different. I don't know if they've redecorated or whatever, so it's not the same space, but it is the same layout. And I know where the priests bed down. I know where their fucking quarters are, and I'm heading that way. But I'm
good.
sort of
So I will say,
sidling up against the wall.
I'll say, given that knowledge, you know that actually the priests don't bed down in this bit. This is purely a building for the children. The priests are all found in the church next door. But I will say you sneak in and you open the door very quietly, and there's just the slightest squeak, and you see a number of beds in this room. There is a ladder that leads up to sort of an attic room as well, which you know houses more beds as well, but in each of the beds is a sleeping child.
Okay.
Anywhere between the age of about 3 up to about sort of 14, 15.
Yeah. At this point, I say to the guys, I kind of step back into the kitchen and I say to the guys, I think it's best if we wake one of these kids up and find out who is the main fucking protagonist here. Who's the one that's fucking with them the most. I'm not sure if all the priests are... Look, I don't know the whole story. All I know is there's a certain number of them that are bad apples, and they're the worst apples. So do we... Whether we get rid of all of them, or we aim for the worst of the worst. Because here's what I'm thinking, guys. Where the fuck are these kids gonna go? Like, we wipe out everyone. Where the fuck are these kids gonna go?
So they can stay here.
Yeah.
Wasn't
there that lady at the party that wanted to help with wanted to donate to the orphanages? So we can maybe contact her, and she can help with the orphanages. I think we let the kids sleep and we just go get the priests. I don't know why we came into this building.
But okay, let me ask you this, Matt. When I was a kid, do I remember priests coming through some sort of either like tunnel between the two buildings, or some sort of passageway that feels like I came in this room because I know there's some way to get into the church that isn't obvious, that they use at times in the middle of the night to enter without much noise?
I will say, I'll give you this one. You now think on it and remember, actually, no. They came, if they were going to come into these rooms at all, they would have entered through the main doors. Generally, you remember being left alone apart from those moments where you were taken into the church.
All right, well, fuck it, guys. I'm so sorry, but I'm just going on memory, and my memory's fucking with me right now. This is how I would sneak back in, and this is not where we want to be. Let's get the fuck out of here. If we want priests, then we gotta go the other way.
Good, let's go.
Are you going back out the window or through the main door? You're going out the window then?
Yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, I will say you climb through one of the other windows now. Aegeus grabs the focaccia bread, and you are greeted as you climb out the other window to the stone building. I was going to try and figure out some description there, but yeah, this huge stone building, which can only be described as a church or a chapel or a religious building.
I turn to Jewel and I say, look, Jewel, I never wanted to be in this building, so I don't even know how. They just dragged me in through the front, so I'm no help right now. I'm either through the front or I don't know any other way.
Did they ever lock the doors into the church?
Of course they did. They always fucking lock the doors. There's no way to get out when you were in. I was fucking trapped in there.
Then I will try and unlock them. You point me in whatever room, I shall unlock it.
Dude, I came through the fucking front entrance. That was it. I don't know if that's the way to go. I'm just telling you, I'm fucking struggling right now, Jewel.
That's okay. Would you like me to go and have a look? See if there is a side passage, a side door, anything?
And I just go up to Jewel with almost like a little bit of panic in my eyes, and I'm like, Jewel, I need some help right now. Fucking just take charge.
Very well. Then follow me. She will then jump out the window, and will. That's cool. I haven't moved my character very much. Well, so can Jewel look? Okay, having a look around with the limited view that she can see the door now, presumably into the kids' chambers. Could presumably see that, therefore, the front of the church is far away from them, and she probably wants to go the other direction, i.e., north on this map, so to speak, and look around if there's any other entrances.
Very good.
So
I'll say you, using your feline agility, sort of do a quick backwards and forth more than anything. Duck below the stained glass windows that you can see, and you find a door here. Okay. And you also recognise that there is a set of double doors to the far south of the building as well. Yeah. Seeing them would definitely know, and they line up to where they've probably been brought in from the centre, so this seems much more likely. So Jules going to go up to that one and pull out the lockpick tools, whatever they're called. Make me a perception check, please. Of course.
Before I go out...
Or investigation.
As everyone else is going out, I just wait at the door of the bunkhouse, and am feeling a little bit of that trauma coming through, knowing that whatever happens right now, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent long term for the kids, they're going to feel a lot of uncertainty and more pain, and that's just hitting me right now, because I know we're not going to be able to help this, and even though it might be good long term, they might look at it as bad to start with, and they don't need any more bad news. And I'm just standing at the door, kind of feeling that right now before I leave.
And I will go up to Kavan, and I will sort of grab him by the face so we're eye to eye. I'll get him to match my breathing, so that we're doing deep, relaxing breaths. I'm going to say, don't resist me here, go with it. It'll help. And I'm going to, hopefully he won't have to make the save. I'm going to cast a suggestion on him. And the suggestion will be, you've got this, remain calm.
Nice.
Kavan, and I feel it. Do you choose to see that as words of encouragement, or would you resist the spell?
Lex is my anchor right now. He's like the one thread that I've allowed myself to be vulnerable to right now. In the chaos of my mind, when Lex looks at me in the eyes, I'm seeing his eyes, and I'm allowing the spell to come through.
Very good. So we'll say then you are now under a slight bit of magical sway to do exactly as Lex has said, which is you've got this. So yeah, stretching the limits of that spell a little bit, but I like it.
Yeah, a little bit. But I'm concentrating on that for 8 hours, so hopefully I don't stub my toe at any point and lose concentration.
Good, let's stick some concentration on you then.
Otherwise, Kavan's going on a rampage.
Well, I mean, that sounds like that's a good thing to drop the second we go in.
Possibly.
You literally have a hair trigger or like the pin out of the grenade, and you're like, ready?
It's just like on the edge, isn't it? Yeah. Cool. Jewel, the result of your perception or investigation check then, please.
27 on perception.
27 on perception. You look over this door and you find no keyhole.
Marvellous.
The only thing you see is a weird indentation in the door. Slightly spherical. Or circular, sorry, not spherical.
Yeah. So I've made a connection here. I don't know whether Jewel would, and that would be would it line up to any of the symbols that any of the priests may have had, and whether Kavan has it as well.
Kavan does have the amulet.
Yeah.
In which case, Jewel, I'm going to ask you to make me a straight wisdom check to see if Jewel figures this out.
Wisdom 15.
15. I will say you're smart enough to understand that, yeah, probably that's how they unlock them. You've not seen... I don't know. I can't remember if Kavan had shown you that in the...
Yes,
I know
true.
Kavan had brought it out at one point, but I can't remember who Kavan showed it to. So I'll just say in this moment, you know it requires a holy symbol or something like that. You're just not sure where to get one.
That's fine. So I will... are Kavan and Lex coming out of the window now? So I'll go back up stealthily, say, hiding under all of the windows. Kavan, did the priests ever have like a circular amulet or something that all of them would have?
I mean, they have their symbol, but other than that, I don't know. And I pull this out, and I'm like, this is what they usually have, but I don't know if it's an amulet. It's just a symbol that they all carry. Shows that they're a priest.
Is that the right size, DM?
The amulet that Kavan found on the priest in the dungeon would indeed appear to be the right size.
Kavan, there is no lock on the door. I believe it must be that you have to use one of these. May I try?
Yeah, it means nothing to me. I just took it as almost like a skin, a scalp. Do with it what you want.
Before he finishes the sentence, she's grabbed it and, whisks back to try and do the door.
Very good.
And she will place it inside of the indent.
Very good. As you place it on the inside of the indent, then you hear this. But then in your mind, Jewel, you hear just this female laughter. And the door.
Good. It's comforting.
Jules, what did you find? Do you want some?
I found some focaccia, Jewel. Don't tell Lex and Kavan.
I can hear you and smell it from here.
Oh, do you want some too, Lex?
Fucking 100%. I'm starving.
Make me a stealth check, everyone, please.
Fuck's sake.
Fuck's sake.
Because Scott, a wonderful
Fucking
first time
natural
I've ever
20
heard
from
that.
Jewel.
Hey, there we go.
32.
Fucking
Incredible.
32 stealth.
I'm going to use magical guidance because that was shit. Oh, that was brilliant. 8.
That's about right.
I got an 8 as well.
Brilliant.
12
Yeah, 2 8s.
and a 12.
Go team.
Yeah. The fucking
As you-
focaccia.
Begin to make
Some
a
nice
bit of
focaccia.
noise then. I'm going to ask everybody to make me perception checks as well then, please.
3.
Come on, nice. Jesus Christ.
15.
I was joking to Bodie
15?
earlier that I bet I don't roll above a 9 tonight, and I haven't so far. Curse myself.
I got a 16.
So,
I
sorry,
got
Jewel, you
a-
got
15.
15, Lex?
3.
3, Kavan?
16.
Yeah.
16, Edge?
Flaccid 20.
Flaccid 20. So Lex is too busy there going, shut the fuck up. But the other 3, you now hear somewhere in the distance a door open and
Sounding more like outside than inside?
no, definitely inside.
Definitely inside. Okay.
Close the door.
Well, no, Jules going to go inside.
Yeah.
Okay. I should describe the room that you see in front of you as well, Jewel. You see
sorry, we're not like
simple,
the whole church or anything.
No. The room you see in front of you is a very simple room. There is a door off to your right, another wooden door. This one doesn't look like the door that you've just entered in. There is a clear handle on this one. You also see a set of quite wide stone stairs that lead downwards. There's a number of crates just in the corner, and then there is a table almost immediately inside the room that has a number of white rags on it, white linen cloths.
As Jewel goes in, Edgius will be like, I don't know, good luck, and I'll give you bardic inspiration.
Nice.
And then I'll turn back to the others and I'll go, Jewel's gone. I think we should just turn back and leave it. They wanted to sacrifice themselves. And I'll hand a bit of the focaccia to Lex.
We leave the behind. As I'm chewing the bread. Never leave anybody behind.
I go up to Edge and I'm like, stop fucking around, dickhead. This is for real.
Sorry. I'm trying to be super serious. And he tucks the rest of the focaccia into a pocket of his jacket.
I imagine there's just a bit of half-chewed focaccia just sticking out the top, like the shittest pocket square in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Can Jewel put her her ear up to the door, but also walking first round past the steps that are leading down? Are there any noises at all, like anything from the stairs? And if nothing, over to the door to listen if there's anything she can hear there.
Make me a perception check at the stairs, please.
Perception check at the stairs. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You listen down at the stairs, and then there's just this slightest sort of really distant.
Okay.
And then as you move over to the door, you hear another door go.
Sounding closer this time? I know I moved
You also
in.
then hear footsteps approach the door behind you, and that's when you see the door handle just begin to turn. What are you doing in this moment?
Oh, I don't. Sorry. I just want to check a mechanic before I do anything. Say I can't do it. Fuck. Yeah, it is.
I got it. As I see the handle turn, I cast Silent Image, which is a 15-foot cube of image. And I'm going to drag Jewel behind it as I see it turn. And basically my hope is, because this room is 15 feet wide, I can basically create a mirror of what is behind us. So it looks like a camouflage plane, so he thinks there's nothing in the room. And I'm going to like slowly take steps back with Jewel with this Silent Image up in front of us.
Okay.
Very good. So we'll say you present this in front of you then, just this almost screen image, as the door opens and then closes, and you see a priest step in who just sort of looks.
I'm
Jules got like the dagger out, like ready to fling.
I'm at the door frame and I'm just looking at the posture of Jewel and Edgius, and I could see that they're looking in a certain direction, but I haven't stepped in yet, and I'm looking to just kind of step in to support them. Jewel is kind of blocking the doorway, but I kind of nudge my way.
Jewel's got like ridiculous peripheral vision because her perception is ridiculous. She just like very slowly just hold her hand up just to like pause you moving any further, and then just you can see where her eyes are looking, and she's not letting go of this individual.
Gotcha. And I sense that, and I stop, and I'm following Jewel's lead right now. Even though my like everything about me is like I want to get in there.
I know she's no good at this, but nope, she can leave it.
Okay, I got another one. I'll cast Minor Illusion 30 feet behind him on the other side of the doormat. Almost like the sound of a voice going, hey, come over here. Like behind
Get
him,
over
basically.
here.
Get over.
Exactly. It sounds like Scorpion just entered the fucking room. I'll have one. So it will look like, from our side, Jewel, it will look like Edgius has got his hand up, and this like shadow is permeating outwards into this wall that is like in front of us. And then with his other hand, he'll use minor illusion to cast the to cast that noise in the background.
They don't cancel each other out or anything?
No. They're both actions, but I'm concentrating on one, and one's a cantrip.
Oh, you're concentrating, are you?
Oh yeah, I can do that. I got that.
While this is going on, Lex is to my side and Jewel is in front of me, and I'm kind of feeling comforted by both, and I'm just trying to tap into this element of balance and Paragon and this fucking place that I've grown up in, and just trying to tap into a further level of awareness, and I cast Divine Sense to see if, and I'm not sure what Jewel is looking at, but I'm just trying to tap into some Paragon fucking energy right now, and in doing so I cast Divine Sense to see if I can feel any mojo.
Good. So, with Divine
Nice.
Sense...
That is what?
You can sense anything
Sensing.
affected
By the Hallow spell?
by the
And
Hallow
then
spell,
any
or no
fiends and undead?
location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. So as you reach out, Kavan, with your senses now, and this is new. This is something you've not really tapped into before, but it's now standing next to the Church of Paragon, and having made that commitment hours ago, you realise you made more of a commitment, and you reach out with your senses, and you feel that warmth of divine energy sort of fill you, but there's no pings off it. You don't sense any celestials, fiends, or undead nearby.
Okay. But in doing so, I just feel a little bit more connection and groundedness than I did just a moment ago, especially while having Lex next to me as well. My mind is settling a little more, getting a little more focused on what we might need to do next, instead of my instability of a moment ago.
Very good. So... Bodhi, remind me of the spells you cast. It was Minor Illusion and Silent Image, yes?
Yeah, so Silent Image is a 15-foot image, basically, that I'm trying to deceive him with, and then the Minor Illusion is just I can make a sound or something like that behind him, basically. Like a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration, which is 1 minute.
And what's your spell DC?
My spell save DC is 18.
Oof.
So this priest, who looks like one of the simple priests in similar robes, Kavan, you can just about see, similar to the one that you beheaded down in the dungeons, sort of looks forward, peers forward, their eyes sort of squint for a bit, and then they turn and hear this voice, and just go through the closed door, close it behind them, and disappear.
I just will let his hands up, like, oh my god, oh my god.
So Jewel will then turn to Kavan and whisper, "There are people down the stairs. A group. Do we go down or do we kill up here?"
No, down is where we go. That's where they are. That's where I've been. I know downstairs.
Good. Let's go.
Yep.
That's it. That's all she needs to know. Let's go. So yeah, sort of follows and then passes passes Edgius, and we'll head down the stairs, checking for any loose sort of any traps where it might be there's a loose stone or anything, but then just going down the stairs to go to the bottom. Is it
good?
Is it dark? Is it?
It gets darker and darker as you descend down these stairs, and you descend for quite some time, before eventually.
Oh.
Ooh. Nice.
I love tabletop. Like, hats off, guys. That's fucking incredible as a
That is
feature.
amazing.
You are greeted
That is
with
so cool.
a stone floor and sort of these candles burning, and now you hear it louder, just this.
Do I know what that is?
Before you stand, make me a religion check.
This is going to be a bloodbath.
Fuck me. No.
That's what the priest said.
That was a fucking...
That is actually the translation right now.
Crit fail and a -2. There you go.
Hey.
Hey!
I will say in this moment, as you're sort of descending, and this feels somewhat familiar. The walls, the floor. This is getting very close to the same type of architecture that the dungeon was where you were with Mara. And you think back to those moments and what you had to go through with her. And yeah, you just almost pay no mind to the strange chanting that you hear. Now, before you stands this grand double door. And there is a similar circular indent, but also a small golden cup that extends out.
Lex, is that your stomach? Why is it making so much noise?
That's not me, man.
Joel will go up and use put the amulet in the indent.
Very good. So as you...
Yeah. Sorry, I had a flashback to me being ritually sacrificed as a kid. Well, attempted ritual sacrifice. Was it the same?
Make me a history check, please.
Don't be wank. Not too bad. It's a 14.
14. From what you can remember... No. This chanting is different.
I thought I remembered something good then.
That was cool. That was very cool. Okay, putting the...
Place the amulet into the indentation, and there are these purple arcane lines that begin to form around the outside and then form a thin line over to the cup, which seems to glow. And again, Jewel, as you place the amulet in, just that.
Have I recognised that?
No.
Does it sound... So yeah, it sounds, what, magical in my head?
It's in your head. It just sounds like a woman laughing, but there's a honey to it. It's almost enthralling, which draws you in. And then there is a voice that sounds as this cup seems to light up. What do you offer me?
I mean, do I need to do a check to work out if Jewel would...
You tell me what you need to do, or you want to do, and I will tell you whether you need to check.
Okay, I think she's gonna... Yeah, she's gonna do on the full supernatural why the hand, cut her hand to drip into the cup.
Okay, so
What the fuck are you doing? Kavan, how do we get in? Jewel's about to self-mutilate.
I don't fucking know. I just know it's dark in here. It's always dark. Does anyone have, like, any kind of light source? Because as we go further and further down, there's less and less light. These guys walk in the fucking shadows.
Jewel's fine. She can see, and she's just going to cut her hand.
I'll give
Very good. I will say you take 1 point of slashing damage, then you...
Yep.
Lex, go on.
my lantern. I'll give Kavan my lantern of aberration tracking. And hopefully it doesn't light up green.
It does not.
Good. Just let me see. Why are you cutting yourself?
Blood drops. Just dunk. Dunk.
Jewel.
Does anything happen?
The voice comes back. Primitive. But enough. Welcome to the Church of Sin.
Oh.
And the doors just and that chanting gets louder.
See anything?
When I get to it, yeah.
The Jewel will turn around and go, opening the door.
I mean, if it cost a price, why was your blood needed?
They're weirdos.
Yeah, but if you just pledged an oath to this fucking place.
I thought Paragon was like a super nice guy, Kavan. Why is Jewel donating blood and it just accepting it?
It's the demon god. This is the church of the demon god under the guise of Paragon. And you just give blood to a demon god.
Oh, did Tom get anything from his divine sense? Based on that comment from Danny of demons.
Did he cast it again, or did he use it again?
Oh, did you tell him the first time there was nothing?
Yeah.
There is like a total cover issue, so I don't think you'd see through like
There
walls
is
and
indeed.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so it would literally be you have to see them, but it'd be like if you're in a town of crowded people, you'd see them. Do you know what I mean? Like you'd see the fact that like a devil's just walking down the street or whatever.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Good. So you now see an empty room in front of you.
Yeah, I say to. In my mind, I'm thinking I'm not letting these guys take the hit on this one. This is my fucking. I brought them here. This is my history, and I want to move to the front and just say, guys, no one is gonna fucking. I'll meet them first. I will meet them first, and I try to light this light source that Lex has given me. Is it just lit?
It is lit, and as you just sort of open one of the shutters, light that illuminates around you, and Leicester City are 1-0 up.
Fuck's sake.
That chanting
Anyway,
gets louder and louder.
The chanting does get louder and louder and louder. Yeah.
Does that mean we'll get advantage on our next roll then? Or...
No, fuck off. Means I get advantage.
As you come up to the front, Kavan, as you come up to the front, Edgius is going to kind of step in front of Lex and Jewel and be like,
Let's go with like a formation or something.
And
I was going to say, in response to Kavan's piece, Jewel would go, I will honour this, Kavan, for you. Yeah.
I turn to Edgius and I say, all right, man, we've been in fucking hairy situations before. Let's do it again. You and me, let's lead the way.
hey, this is going to be, I don't know what it's going to be, but it's, well, I'm by your side. That's the most important thing. And Edgius is just going to draw his Defender Katana and be like, just fucking 2 hands on the Defender Katana. Yeah.
Very good. So, before you stand an empty room at the far side, another set of double doors. Using the light from the lantern and the rest of you with your dark vision, you would see that on this door is an engraving of a woman with a long pointed tail that sort of loops around her, these wings, leathery like wings, I say leather wings, bat like wings that extend out to horns that curl around, and just this seductive grin on her face.
Joel will whisper mainly to Lex, but maybe the other guys hear it as well. That would explains a female voice every time I have tried to use this amulet.
What? That's important information you should have probably told us.
I'm telling you now.
Are you under the influence of this demon?
And she like reaches for him and then goes, "No, you idiot."
Do I recognize that that figure?
Make me a history check with advantage.
11. So 11. What's history? So it's a 9.
With advantage.
Okay, that's a 15.
15. You think back, and although you've not seen it recently, this is something you have seen before. There was a moment in your childhood, not long before you escaped, where you remember seeing this very door as a number of orphans around a similar age around about 17, sort of anywhere between 16 to 18 were led down. And that was the moment you struck and led a whole group out of here. The first time your rage manifested.
Nice.
And I have a full flashback. And the work that Lex has done when we were over in the kitchen is waning quickly. And I'm just next to Edgius, and I'm like, all right, motherfucker, let's go in and let's take care of some business.
Edgius is going to put his sword in front. Oh, shit, never mind. You push past Edgius' sword and step into the room. No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
It's done. You
Yep,
stepped
done.
into the room. And as you step into the room...
I will break concentration, so...
Nothing happens. Yeah, okay, so you are no longer concentrating.
A rock's fall.
I'm not concentrating either anymore.
So you step into that stone room, and it is just an empty entrance hall.
I turn around and I look at Edgius and see he's not moved, and I'm like, what the fuck? Are we doing this or not?
Just in case, there's titty traps. Do titty traps. Look.
Edgius is then going to cast Mage Hand, and I'm just going to use the Mage Hand to every 5 foot square. I'm just going to place the Mage Hand down on the square and see if it activates any pressure plates. I'm just going to contest every fucking.
There's a little bit of metagaming in there, but I'll just say you sweep your Mage Hand around the floor, just but nothing happens. Your Mage Hand just. And then comes up to the door with this engraving of the woman on, where there are some rather large breasts, and I imagine Edgius being Edgius, the Mage Hand sort of goes, what? No.
Thinks it's Takami in that moment, and whistles for his Mage Hand to come back, which he calls Jerry, and he's like, Jerry, come on. And his Mage Hand like scurries along the ground to him, very from
Love it. Very good. What are we doing then, my friends?
Stepping in.
I would like to point out we are now in full dungeon crawl mode.
I realize I'm in the middle of this room, and I look to see where Edgius is, and I know tactically I'm not thinking very clearly. So although I'm ready and prepared, my fucking crawling tactics right now aren't great. So I see Jewel and Edgius head towards the edge, and I start heading over with them.
Very good.
Seems to be fine. What's this next
And at
set
this
of
point,
doors?
the chanting is really loud.
I will get Cog out at this point, because he's got true sight. He'll be able to tell us if there's any invisible things hiding in the wings or anything we won't see for ourselves. So he'll be our lookout.
Good. Would you believe I've not added Cog as a character on here? So let's do that.
Blasphemous.
Jules going to get down low to the ground, ready to basically do her run, you know, her insane pace, feline agility, expecting to just be catapulting into the room when they open the door. But still remembering what Kavan said. Kavan's going to get there first.
Very good. So, who's opening the door?
Does it have a keyhole? Is it locked?
Doesn't. Just looks like there is a subtle line that you can see down the centre of this engraving in the door, or this. I wouldn't really call it engraving, actually. It's almost like an embossment. I can't think of the right term for that at this minute. But you just see sort of two stone handles, which you reckon you could either pull or push on.
I put my hand on one of them and look to Edgius to see if he'll put his hand on the other one. And at this point, we're in team mode. We're in fucking buddy mode.
Yeah, we look at each other, and we do the classic 1, 2, 3 shoot. And we start like nodding, almost in sync with each other without saying a word. We start being like, 2, 3, shoot. And as we shoot, Edgius is going to push, and I imagine Kavan is going to pull. And find out which one. We'll find out which way the door is, I suppose.
Very good. So, which one of you was pushing, which was pulling?
I imagine actually, Kavan, you'd probably push. I'd probably pull because I'm not as strong as you. I imagine I'd do like a little tug.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Kavan does the full Aragorn and just pushes this stone door open as chanting just begins to sound out. Edges, you go to pull and your arm almost pops out of its socket before you go, oh shit, push, and also push the door. And yes, I will finish finding Cog's token art in a minute. You are then greeted by what can only be described as a large, and I mean large, cathedral nave lit by a number of wall sconces and candles all over the place. You see a number of individuals in here, some the very priests sort of dressed in those subtle robes or simple robes. You see other individuals in robes with these hoods, and then by an altar you see two rather more feminine bodied individuals with their hoods lowered and this long hair flowing out, all humanoid, and you now are greeted by the Order of the Right Hand. And as you enter through the door, it is massive. As you enter through this door into a cathedral nave, these two female individuals just look, and you can hear the shout as the chanting stops. Stop them! Roll initiative.
Yes!
Fuck.
Edgiest minor illusions a mustache onto his skeleton is like, hold up, we're just the maintenance guys. No, I'm joking.
Very good.
With passive perception, Matt, would Edgiest be able to tell whether any of the sconces are bejeweled? Is anything in this room bejeweled? Or
What's your passive
bedazzled?
perception?
Passive perception is a 15.
15.
Passive
I will say, as you
investigation
look
is a 20.
dead down the central sort of aisle between these pews and look towards the altar where one individual is stood in front, you do see what looks like some glinting off a chalice or something.
So by the women, by the two ladies.
Yes, by the ladies down the
sick.
far end of the
Awesome.
altar.
So close. Golly.
Thanks for the sub, Dave.
There you go.
Cheers, Dave. Fucking beat, mate. What a fucking mensch, that guy.
Very good. So initiative rolls, Lex.
I got a 16.
16. Very good. Jewel.
20. Dirty.
20. Edgius.
I've got an 18.
18. And Kavan.
17. Big rolls, but I'm still last.
17. No, you're not. Lex is last. So it's Jewel, Edgius, Kavan, and Lex. Very good. In this moment, then, Jewel, what would you like to do?
No, I mean, I know exactly what Jewel would do. Sorry, there were so many things going on in my head then. I know exactly what Jewel would want to do, but she's going to honour what Kavan said. So I guess the only thing I can do in holding my action would then mean I'd have to use it for movement. Yeah. So she's gonna wait for him to get to one of them. I, however, would say that to ensure that she can see what's going on, she will move ahead. So we'll do 5, 10, jump through them, and would
I'll
land.
say it costs you 5 feet of movement extra, but yeah.
So
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 that's
she'll
30.
get to there, land, and take stock of the room.
Very good.
And because she's done that, then yeah, let's say that she holds her action to, at the very least, attack anyone that comes within 5 feet. And I'll do
good.
that.
So you sort of jump through there and see a room full of priests. There are probably around 6, 7, 8 of these priests in simple robes. There's 3 individuals with hoods up that are masculine, and then these 2 female individuals that stand right by the altar. And if that's the end of your go, you will see one of the female individuals.
She gets nice and low to the ground, and we'll be like, Kavan, after you.
Very good. So one of the female individuals steps round, and they just sort of stand there, hands clasped behind. They're not going to do anything on their turn. Very good. This individual then is going to dart up instantly. 5, 10, 15, straight in front of you, Jewel.
So I'm holding my action, and they've come within range.
Very good.
So this is the Dusk Dagger. Is it dark down here?
It is dark down here. The only light is the candlelight around you.
Beautiful. With a 24, do I hit?
24, absolutely going to hit.
Thank fuck for that. No sneak attack additions to that one, which is fine. Nope. So I will then do that damage. So that is 8 points of piercing damage plus 6 points of psychic damage.
Very good. As you stab into this individual immediately, not even giving them a moment to open their mouth, do anything, they step forward and you just instantly just and slash across with the dusk dagger, which opens up this wound across their chest, and then you see their eyes just flash purple and blood begin to drip from their eyes as they just crumple to the floor, dead.
Wow. So here's a fun thing. As that happens, the fuck is it? There we go. I will. As that happens, there is this sort of echo of these like phantom shadows on Jewel, and what the hand of this shadow points down at the body, and this white light comes from the body into its hand. I now have a token of the departed. It is a reaction.
You do indeed. You.
What's that made?
This soul trinket is now mine to use.
It is bitchin', is what it is.
I don't want to say any more.
No, we're going to leave it at that. We're going to leave it at that. It is fucking awesome. Incredible. Very good. That individual is...
now, just takes people's souls.
Fucking destroyed.
Pretty much. As I say, I'm RPing it that is like this. So I mean, it does end up that Jewel has this, and I think it also says it like floats free around me now or something.
So this wisp of white energy just.
But yes, it definitely looked like this shadow form took it first. Anyway, there you go. Done.
Very good. Excellent. You just hear this shout from one of the other priests. Then no, and they are going to run forward 5, 10, 15, 20 to there, and they are going to pull their own dagger out and just going to sort of try and lunge forward at you. That is a 12 to hit.
No.
So that'll be their go. So number 3 is over here. They are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So in fact, technically that's 25 feet. I'm going to say they managed to get over there as they just sort of move around, and they are going to dash. Fuck it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, but that is their action as they come running at you as well. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, up to there. That individual is going to dash immediately to the doorway, but can't do anything else. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 25, 60. They are also going to dash up to the doorway. And then this individual is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Why do I feel like Joel is about to get hit by an area of an effect because you're going to kill them all? Oh, here we go.
I will say that is it for the subtle priests, and we are then over to Aegeus.
Aegeus is gonna like have seen Jewel like kind of slide between me and Kavan, and he's gonna look at Kavan and go, "Well, let's get stuck in then." And I will bonus action summon my Shadow Blade. So as I like draw my hand across the air, shadows appear as my Shadow Blade appears in my hand. And then I will use my Veil of the Dusk Blade. As I like summon that, I'm gonna just whisper to the it's the Raven Queen, isn't it? Is that correct?
It's not the Raven Queen. It is the River's Keeper and the Moonlit Enchantress.
The River's Keeper and the sorry, my apologies. The River's Keeper and the Moonlit Enchantress, I'm going to whisper to them and be like, Nimue, guide my sword. And then I'm going to look at Jewel and I'm going to say, hey, Jewel, have a little bit of fun. And I'll use my Death's Whisper as a bonus action. My Shadow's Harmony. And I'll expend a use of Bardic Inspiration, giving myself and Jewel protective shadows around us. As Jewel, you gain temporary hit points equal to my Charisma modifier. A Bardic Inspiration die plus my Charisma modifier. So you get, oh, beautiful. You get 13 extra hit points.
Oh, jeez.
Of temp HP.
Temporary.
Yeah.
And you have advantage on stealth checks for the duration as well, just in case you want to do any sort of sneak attacks or hideys. Cool. And then Aegeus, that leaves me. So that's my. That's just my bonus action. I will then basically just charge 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I'll go here 30. And I'm going to come behind this pillar. And then from there, God, what's the measurement on this? Okay, 70 feet, 80 feet. Cool. I will then just cast Firebolt at this homie here out in the open, and trying to like use the benches in the pillar kind of as cover. That is kind of what I'm imagining. But yeah, I'm gonna
you're firing Firebolt at which individual? Sorry,
yeah, I realized you couldn't see my measuring. This guy. This dude here.
Oh shit, we're all the way down there. Sorry, I was not paying attention. Very good. Now, bearing in mind that these are stone columns that go all the way to the ceiling.
Perfect. Yeah. I'm wanting to like peek around mine and try and get like an angle on him and blast it off, like almost using mine as cover. Do you reckon I can do that, or do I need to
come around the other side? Because if you try and do it the other way, you're definitely not getting an angle.
Cool.
You'd have to come around this side to do it.
That's cool. I'll shoot at this guy then down here, and I'll just go over all the benches.
Yep.
I'll go over all the pews. Cool.
So that's that one.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Get in there.
Suck it, priest.
It's gonna hit.
That's what they say.
Hey, what if you let them?
Right. Okay. So it's going to be 4d10 for that then, because it was a firebolt. Oh, and is it a melee weapon attack with my Veil of the Shadow Blade, or is it just an attack that I get the extra damage as well?
Let me just have a quick look at that. Features. Veil of the Dusk Blade. When you successfully land a melee weapon attack, you're on about Duskblade's Dance, aren't you?
Yes, Duskblade's Dance.
It's a melee weapon attack. It's a melee weapon attack, yeah.
Okay, beautiful. And then spell as a long-range spell at being capable of targeting more than one creature. Okay. And yeah, cool. That's fine. So that's 8, 10, 17, and then nice. That's 24 points of fire damage that hit that priest.
He gone.
And then, and I'll just shout, "For Kavan, bitch!" And I'll look back at Jewel and give her a thumbs up as I duck behind the pillar.
Very good. As you throw this firebolt, then it just and sparks against these robes, lights them on fire, and just raging flames roar around this individual. You see this purplish flame join the orange that just engulfs this individual. A scream starts and then stop, and there is nothing but ash left in the briefest of flashes. This was like a flash fire, incredible heat. This individual's just nothing.
Amazing. Edgius will blow the tip of his katana that is smoking because he used it as a spell focus, and he'll go, "Fuck, that guy should have prayed harder," and then that'll be the end of my turn.
Excellent stuff. I am still trying to sort out Cog's fucking token. Bear with me. I could not
Fuck
find
Cog.
the image for whatever
I won't
reason.
use him if it helps.
No, we want
I'll do it
Cogazoid.
anyway, but
Cogazoid.
Cogazoid. We need to
I'll do that in a bit.
revolution this fucking thing. Let's bring it down from the inside.
very good. As that happens then, and this priest sort of turns to ash, you see the ash fall, but there is still this tarnished silver chain and an amulet that dunk drops down to the floor. And with Edgius finishing his turn, it is then over to Kavan.
And at this moment, there's a lot going on as far as Jewel has jumped over Kavan, which was unexpected, and kind of froze him. And then Edgius stepped out as well, and you hear Jewel's kind of words, and everything is feeling like it's underwater. Edgius had said, "Let's get stuck in then," but that felt like it was about 1,000 miles away. It was a whisper, and Kavan feels like he's frozen right now, until he hears Edgius say, "For Kavan, bitch!" And at that point, something shakes him, and he sees the carnage that's happened in front of him, and he knows that we're on. And one last thought in his head before he steps in is, "This is for Paragon." And he steps forward, and he actually looks toward Edgius and pulls out his hand axe, and then almost like a pump fake or a dodge, and then suddenly turns around, and he's going to bonus action rage right now, and then
Nice.
Divine Fury attack with almost like a spin, almost like a shot put spin backwards on himself to hit the priest on his left, with
Amazing
just
stuff.
as
So
much
Kavan,
power as he can generate.
So you step in and just, it's not even this roar of rage, it's just this almost calm, subtle, you're fucked mentality as you spin, and golden light glows around your hand axe as you go to strike. Roll to hit, please.
Nice. It's an 18
18's gonna hit.
plus. Okay.
It's a plus stuff.
It was a 25 actually. Okay, 1d6 plus
25's
3.
definitely gonna hit.
Through his neck.
So you get your
Through his
axe,
neck.
you get your hand axe damage plus your 1d6 plus 3, I think it is, for Divine Fury.
9, yeah. No, plus 4. 9 plus...
Plus 4.
Yeah, 9 plus 5 is 14.
14 points of damage.
Beauty.
As this is your
Fucking
rage,
beauty.
how do you want to kill this priest?
I actually, for a minute, thought about going for his head, but my strength, the generation of my torque, is through almost like a mid-range swing. So I'm going for the middle of his chest, and I'm just going to cave this hand axe as deep into the middle of his chest as I can, and try to almost pin him up against the wall. Try to drive my hand axe through his chest and all the way to the wall. Like I'm not hitting him, I'm hitting the wall behind him. That's what I'm aiming for.
So you do, And with this power and the divine fury, as I say, that golden glow shines around the axe as you feel Paragon's power just fill your very muscles, and you and your hand axe is embedded into the wall with a priest sort of folded over the top of it. You have a second attack.
I see the priest fold, and I see the other priest behind him, and I make eye contact with him. And I don't really say anything, except, "Do you remember me?" And I pull my hand axe out, and is this a pillar, or is it like a little stand type thing right in front of the dead priest? The little half piece of
that's a pew.
That pew, okay. So at that point,
if you mean this bit, that's a pew.
Yep. So I pull my hand axe out, and I say that to him, and then I kind of leap up onto the pew with kind of one step, and then I'm coming down on him from the top, over like on the top of his head. The one behind me at this point. The one behind me.
Yep. What are you attacking with? Just an unarmed strike, or are you taking the hand axe out?
No, let's leave the hand axe sunk at this point. It's literally pinned this dude against the wall, and I think about my weapons, and the right weapon for this one is a fucking headbutt, and I'm just gonna fucking almost just like torpedo myself. Yeah,
grab his
torpedo
ears.
myself to him. Yep, and and again, I'm not aiming for his head. I'm aiming for what's behind his head to just make maximum fucking collision, and just trusting that my skull is stronger than his as I go for nose and eyes for his target.
I want to give you
good.
some sort of inspiration. I want to make sure you have advantage. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Dude, I love the idea of you just leap tornadoing head first at this dude. You're no arms, you just straight Superman dive at the dude's
Yep. Just my arms are pinned behind me, so it's a 14 plus 7, so it's a 21. I only get 4 on bludgeoning damage, but do I still have Divine Fury, or is that only for my first attack?
No, so Divine Fury is only in your first, but you do get +2 from Rage.
Okay, so it will be a 6 as I literally
so 6 points of
torpedo
damage as you.
Yeah.
And you feel ribs. You were actually going for the head, weren't you? So you feel the nose sort of cave in, the jaw dislocate as this individual is just pommeled by your sheer force of almost force of will in this moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That individual. Yeah, they are very, very much bloodied, and this is another reason I love tabletop, because it does bloodied for me.
How cool is that? Okay, that's amazing.
And I'll
movement
just
on your
kind of be on top of him and just have my weight down on him as we're both crumpled on the ground, just ready.
Because that was cool, I'm going to say you are both prone. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And I'll just be there ready for my next action, which may have to do with some sort of ripping flesh with teeth. I'm not sure, but anyway.
You know that meme where Joe Rogan and the 2 announcers at UFC go, "Oh,
Yeah.
That's what's happening right now.
Lex is in the doorway, just like, oh shit.
You would not believe this, viewers.
Yeah.
This was all the blues. I'd had about 5 blues by now.
Yeah, 100%.
Witnessing all of this.
Somebody mark that down for a clip. There we go. Anyway, with that being said, we are then over to Lex. You hear this, you hear fire going off, people being stabbed.
I will confidently, 5, 10, 15, 20, walk in between these 2 cunts, and I'm going to use, stepping over the dead body, and I will use Meta Magic to twin the spell.
Oh,
nice.
Shocking grasp.
You're just going to put your arms out like that? Yes!
Just grab both their heads with a shocking grasp and go.
Nice.
Amazing. What an entrance! The Planar Detective is fucking here, motherfucker.
17 to hit for the first one, 19 to hit
17
for
will
the second
hit.
one.
Fucking
They will
hell.
both hit.
The first one
Imagine you're
takes
the-
7 lightning damage, and the other one takes 12 lightning damage.
Imagine you're the women at the end just seeing this shit happen in front of you. You're just like, what the fuck? It's a Tuesday, motherfucker.
Like, within 6 seconds, I'm just going to be priest just dropping, and we just walk out from the pillars.
I did consider lightning bolted down the middle of the room and straight at the lady priests, but I thought, no, I'm going to take everyone else out with me because you guys are all in the doorway.
So the first one took 7, you said, yeah?
Yep, 7 and 12.
They gotta have more
So one of them-
Joiner, we're walking through this easy.
One of them, their head just begins to fry slightly and the eyeball, sort of like one pops out and begins to bleed and stuff like that. They're still somehow alive, but slightly blinded. The other one, as you connect with their skull, it is like being in the electric chair as they just stand there and just drop to the floor.
He didn't pray hard enough either. Nice one, Lex.
And I was turned
Anything else on your turn?
I was turned towards you as
I think
bow.
that was bonus action, wasn't it? Very good. That being said, then, what have we got?
Stop saying it's going well.
was that?
I'm about to roll 4 ones now you've said that.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh yeah, come into my range, priests.
10, 15.
These look-
Come closer.
I was going to say,
Why
do
did that
these look
sound weirdly
slightly
sexual?
more badass?
Come into my range. My
Yeah, that one's
shooting
just going to
range.
stand there almost as if they're waiting for you. This individual, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, is going to run over to there. Again, almost as if they're waiting for you. And at the end of that round, my friends, we are going to take a short break. Awesome. First half. Leicester are now 2-0 up. We are winning the title. It's a good day all round. So, my friends, yes, give us a couple of minutes and we will be back. We've got some new trailers and adverts for you in the break to showcase our friends at Tabletop, but also our amazing friends at Roll Together RPG as well. So enjoy those, get yourselves a drink, and yeah, we'll be back in a few. Hey yo!
Yes.
Let's go.
There we go. Hopefully everybody caught those little adverts during the break, but we are going to get straight back into it as we descend into the Cathedral of Sin and are beset upon by a number of members of the Order of the Right Hand. Jewel, it is your go. Cog is now on the board.
Okay, Coggy's on the, Coggy's on the board. Here we go. Right, so this is yeah. So Jewel will stand up and looking how awful this priest looks in front.
Yep. One eye popped out.
Yeah.
Blood just fucking everywhere.
Will basically walk up next to them, behind them, and basically just try and cut their throat open.
Nice.
With Dust Dagger for an unbelievable 27 to hit.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
that's
Let's
Fucking do
go.
it.
Let's
So-
go. Fuck that guy.
I don't know whether this would technically need a strength roll or something, but with sneak attack, can I see to take this guy's head off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that will be 7 points of slashing damage, but obviously it will also actually include this lot, which is 18. So 18 plus, what did I say? 18 plus 7, 20.
That is more than
points.
triple of his potential max hit points. So I am absolutely going to say, with the chaos and the damage that's already done to the head, you just sort of grab the front, take that dusk dagger, and you go to draw it across the neck, and you bite in a bit deeper, and you just continue to pull and take off a head. What are you doing with the head?
She's going to hold it, because she saw movement in front of her. Obviously, it's quite difficult to see past all these pillars, but she saw something. So she's just going to keep hold of it and slowly just walk 5, 10, 15, 20, and then just drop it onto the floor while looking at the other one.
Like a scene out of a horror movie as Jewel just steps forward with a dripping dagger of blood, an arm that is covered in blood as well, holding a priest's head, and just sort of, I'm going to imagine Jewel just sort of cocks her head and narrows her eyes as she looks now down towards these other priests. Awesome.
So, that was... I didn't need that, so I'm just double checking if there's anything else that I wanted to do. I think... Can I do anything? Sorry, I'm just double checking my bonus actions. No, she's not even going to hide. She's going to stand right there. So yeah, that's it.
Very good. The 2 female individuals are going to stay put.
Nice.
Interesting.
Leave them there.
These enemies are going to be graded on a curve.
Stay there. You don't want what we're cooking over here. You stay over there.
You stay down there.
Very good. Excellent then. This individual, where are they? That one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This individual, 5, 10, 15, is going to move up to there. And they're positioning themselves now. This one will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40, 50, 55, 60. I'm going to dive them into there. And that will be... There go. We're then over to Edgius.
Okay. So sick. Edgius is gonna, as Jewel just walks over and like drops the head, Edgius is gonna be crouched down. He's gonna place his shadow blade on the ground and his katana and just be like, pick up his katana and blade. And I'm actually gonna use an action to cast Mold Earth in front of Jewel. And if I can, Matt, can I create a wall for Jewel to be covered by, so Jewel has some cover out in the center there?
Run that
Just
by
in
me
case
again. You
anyone
want to what?
decides to. Can I use the spell Mold Earth to create a small
Oh,
wall
absolutely.
in front of Jewel, so that she has a little bit of cover from any incoming attack that might come?
Very good. I will say you managed to, yeah, give Jewel half cover as this earth just forms into a little, I'm trying to figure out how to draw on this thing and I can't remember for the fucking life of me.
Nice.
There you go.
That'll do.
There you go. Yeah, that works. Thank you.
Amazing. And then I will spend 2 sorcery points to turn a spell into a bonus action spell into a turn action into a bonus action. So I'm gonna do. I'll go with the 3rd level chromatic orb. At this homie down here, at this one down here.
That one?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll just like peek around the corner. I'll do like a little, like lean and like, pew, and like lean back in. Basically, I'll point my katana at him and just shoot it off. Cool. Chromatic orb. I have not used that very much. I believe I've got to make a spell attack.
Roll to
I
hit,
believe you do.
and then whatever DH you
Ranged
go.
spell attack. And you have to choose the damage as well.
I have to choose the damage. With
You
my
have to choose the damage
passive,
type, sorry.
With my passive perception / investigation, would I be able to... These guys were flammable. They were really flammable. I've deduced that they're flammable. It's all right. Don't worry. I don't need to ask a stupid question. I would... That's a dirty 20 to hit, Matt.
Wow.
Dirty 20 to hit.
Hell yeah.
Will hit.
Damn right it will. freaking priest. Okay, cool. More D8. Nice. Okay. That's 25 points of fire damage as Edgius points his sword at that dude and just says, "You should have worshipped Kavan." And then we'll duck back around the corner and wink at Lex. Right. And I'll give. Oh no, I can't give you Bardic Inspiration. I've used my bonus action. Sorry, Lex. But the wink came with the feeling. It came with the feeling of Bardic Inspiration.
So as you just sort of duck around, point the katana, and this orb shoots out that starts off as just sort of roiling purple energy and then turns orange very quick with just this hint of purple, strikes in, as I smack the mic there, strikes into this individual, and again you just see flames engulf their body. This one takes a little bit more time as they do begin to scream and writhe around, and then just drops to the floor, whimpering as flames continue to lick over the body.
It's a bad day for
Anything
you guys.
else on your turn?
It's a bad day. And yeah, that's me done.
Very good. Kavan, you'll go. Now you still have a guy pinned to the ground who I didn't give a turn because they have very low hit points anyway. Plus you pretty much had them grappled at this point. They can do fuck all and restrained, so yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
What do you want to do?
An interesting thing is happening to Kavan. Although he's raging, there's a trickle of lightness, of almost like this is something that's been bottled up for years, like for, nearly going on 2 decades, and he is just realizing this is the day he's been waiting for. This is like his cup championship, his Super Bowl. And he didn't realize it until just now. And he sees his 3 mates, and there's an element of rage that is turning into almost like Joker hysteria. So still on top of this guy, he needs to end this guy. So he sees that he's a bloody mess, and he wants to take his head. So he... as he's on top of him, he reaches behind himself. He sees the hand axe in the wall and looks up there, and it's a little too high to reach because the guy's kind of still pinned up there. But he pulls his dagger from behind him and just takes it up against the guy's neck and says to him, "You hurt children," and fucking lays into it with as much forearm power as he can to cut through his spine and take his head.
Roll to hit with advantage, please.
God damn it, Tom. That's better. Okay, 11 plus 8 is 19.
Yep.
19, and it's a 1d4 plus 4. That is a 2 plus 4. So it's 6 plus 2 for rage is an 8. Plus, can I use my
Divine Fury?
Divine Fury, yeah. Actually, no. I'm going to save my Divine Fury. I'm going to save my Divine Fury for my second.
Okay. Well, you get it at the on your first attack of each creature.
Okay. Then I guess I'll take it. It's wasted if I don't.
Yeah.
Oh no,
sorry, your first attack on your turn.
Oh right. Okay. So that is 8 plus 7, 14. And I'm looking into his eyes as I say, "You hurt kids," and I just squeeze the dagger down and strike it across his throat as I'm trying to just sink it again, cutting through his throat, almost trying to cut a line into the floor underneath him.
Wow.
I am going to say, because you are bearing down on a dagger at this point, you will take what's your dagger, 1d4?
Yeah.
If I could find a fucking d4, it'd be alright. That's right in front of my face. You're going to take 1 point of slashing damage as you just push down onto this. And you just slowly but surely in these 6 seconds begin to cut through flesh, muscle, bone, as bits of gore and blood just begin to sort of spray everywhere, and eventually you just strike through and the head just sort of rolls away. And that individual is well and truly fucking dead.
Cool. I see what I've done, and again, I'm in this state of almost like hysteria, but it's a weird, calm hysteria now. In that, I'm in the place I want to be. So I stand up, and I put my dagger away, but I take the head. I've got the head by his hair, and as I'm walking by the other guy that's pinned up against the wall, I pull my hand axe out, and I put that behind me as well, and I'm walking towards Jewel.
Nice.
And as I get to Jewel, I pick up the other head, and I've got two heads now, one in one hand and one in the other hand, and I start walking. I'm not even running, I'm just walking down the aisle in front of Jewel, closing distance on the guy that's right in front of Jewel. I'm not sure how much movement I have, but I'm going to walk as far as I can to see if I can attack again.
30 feet.
Oh, you got 40 feet, haven't you?
I think I have 40, yeah. So there's 30 to Jewel.
Oh, yeah.
And another 10. And then from there, I have both heads in my hand, and I see the two. What are they called? Up on behind the altar? Two whatever.
You don't know what they're called. They're just sort of
Female priests.
They're female priests, and this, I imagine, would unnerve you slightly because you have only ever seen male individuals in the Order of the Right Hand, but these seem to have a position of authority. They're behind an altar right now.
Yeah, and so as I've gotten my final movement, I see how far I can heave these two heads in the direction of these female priests. As I say, "You all fucking hurt kids!" And I heave these two heads at the altar in front of them.
Epic.
Make me an athletics check with advantage, please.
14 plus... oh, that's 21. Do you want me to roll again?
No. 21's perfectly fine, unless you're getting that 20.
No, I didn't.
No, that's cool. So you pick these two heads and just... and chuck them, and I'm going to see with your rage, they sail over these two individuals that are sort of stood midway up the nave now, and just and roll and slowly just make their way all the way down the aisle down there towards the altar. These two female individuals, from what you can see through the pillars, just seem to still stand there, their hands just clasps across their waist, so to speak, or in front of them. The basic priests, I'm going to call them, what you've kind of figured out is the lowest caste of priest here, the two individuals that are dead in front of you, they do look scared. You have, with that, absolutely intimidated the shit out of them.
Okay. Do I have another action, or have I used my action with that throw?
That will have been... I'm sort of allowing that to be your second attack, if you like.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
And I turn around to the team and I say, "Are we having fun yet?" And as I'm wiping the blood from the decapitated piece from my just from my face, and turning around and kind of smiling at the team, and making eye contact with them, just smiling in a little bit of a weird, fucking crazy eyes kind of way.
Jules looking back, smiling as well.
Lex.
Noticing Edge's little wink and him doing a chromatic orb, I'm going to follow his lead. I'm going to step up onto the pew.
Nice.
And like Oprah Winfrey, I'm going to be like, "You get a chromatic orb, and you get a chromatic orb." As I twin my spell again, and I'm going to chuck 2 chromatic orbs at the dudes on the right. Hopefully.
as in the east or west of the map? Because technically you're
One
facing
Kavan
down as
is not-
Lex.
Sorry, yeah. My right, as I'm looking at the screen, but technically Lex's left, isn't it?
Right.
One Kavan is not in front
Yeah,
of.
that's cool.
So
Thank
that
you.
was a 22 to hit the first one, and a 14 to hit the second one.
Both of those are going to hit.
Fucking right they do. Here comes 48, you cunts. 11, 14. And I'm going to
That's what
use
Lex says.
acid.
Him as well.
Yeah, acid damage, because I'm gonna melt them. So that was 14 acid damage on the first one. Sorry, no, 15, sorry. And then
Damn.
8, 10, 11 acid damage on the second one.
Nice.
So 11 to that one. Very good. As you hit sort of the lower caste priest then with the sort of 11 damage, if you like, that second chromatic orb that turns bright sort of green, I imagine, then just sort of splashes over them, and there isn't even a murmur as this acid just, and you can watch as the ball just sort of hits and sinks through their body and just melts them into this pool of acid on the floor. The first individual, I should say, that gets hit, the orb sort of hits them but then splashes off, and the column next to them begins to just, and half of their sort of torso is burning as they just sort of you're going to pay. And that's the first time any of them have spoken.
And then I will casually just walk on top of the pews.
Nice.
Like a boss. To there.
Very good, you sort of skip across. Excellent stuff. End of your turn?
Yes, I've used bonus action as well, so yeah.
Look how spread
Very
out we
good.
are. I
It
love
is
it,
that
guys.
This is nice. This is good.
Individual. So the individual then that you've just hit with that acidic chromatic orb is going to look towards you, and their eyes just go dark and then shine bright pink. I need a wisdom saving throw from you, please, Lex.
For fuck's sake.
Yowza.
Can I retcon? Ooh. I have advantage against spell effect saving throws.
Nice.
This
Is it a
a
spell?
feature, not a spell.
God damn it! You always keep me with that.
It's a feature, not a bug.
It's almost as if you work around my character sheet to stitch me up.
That one went on the floor, mate.
I'm taking it 'cause it was a 19. That's a dirty
Nice.
20.
Very good. This individual looks you, and as their eyes flash pink, they just say, "Sit down," and it sort of echoes. And as it echoes, you also hear this female voice in your head, "Sit down, Lex." But you just sort of sit there and no.
I'll just look at
As
him and
you
shake my head
very-
with the smuggest face you've ever seen in your life.
And then as that spell fails, they're just going to look, grab their sign, and begin to limp backwards. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Absolute
25, 30.
Bitch move. That's
Yeah.
a bitch move,
Yeah.
dude. That's a. You try and mental
Yeah.
fuck him and then you fail and just run. You little chicken. We're interrogating
And we
that
are
one.
back up
That's
to-
the one we're interrogating.
Back up to Jewel.
Cool. Jewel will use her feline agility. So she now can't use that again for a while. And she is going to, knowing that, well, assuming that those two priests are in front of Kavan, because Kavan's a big boy and can't see around him, will fly towards this pillar here, jump and push off it,
Nice. Nice.
and with the feline agility will just catapult straight for this dude and basically just try and take him out.
I see dominoes.
Well, with the Dusk Dagger, we'll just be barreling straight towards him with the attack with the dagger.
Roll me an acrobatics check first, please.
I would love to.
If you fail this, it'll be so awkward.
Oh!
That was what I kind of wanted. Roll with advantage, please.
Thank you. That was a natural
In fact,
20
no,
plus
fuck it.
12.
No, that was a natural 20. Roll to hit.
That is 6 points plus the.
I said roll to hit.
Oh, sorry. Yep. 16 plus 8 is 24.
Yes, this is a crit.
Amazing. So
Here we go. Here we go.
that is 2, so 4, 8 points of piercing damage, and I rolled an 8 on the psychic, so that's 16 points of psychic damage.
Oof.
Amazing. You pounce towards this individual, and almost before the blade hits, you see that flash of sort of dark blue, purplish, sort of violet energy. Their head just explodes as the dagger sinks in. How much damage was that total?
16, 20, 24.
Wow. Jesus.
Your momentum, because you've come at a diagonal there, carries you. The blade goes through one, and you sort of slice through the shoulder as their head explodes, and you fly into the second individual again, and the blade just into their chest. You don't kill one, you kill both of them.
Oh my god! Amazing. Dude, these priests
That's
are
what we get for
fucking-
creativity, folks. I fucking love
I
it.
love that. So I'm going to end up like there.
You do, as you just sort of sink the body to the floor, pull the dagger out, and we're going to pause for a minute because I need to have a moment. Leicester City are fucking champions.
Yes, there we go. There it is.
There we go. Happy GM.
And we are
Decapitating priest.
all in the fucking game now. Sorry, no
Could be
more
a better Monday
distractions. We are
night, hey,
straight. Could not be a better Monday night.
Back to the more relatable content about us burning priests alive.
Yeah, absolutely. With that, then,
Sorry,
Jewel, say that's your movement.
It is my
Go on.
movement. It is my action. I will bonus action for shits and giggles. Hide behind this pillar.
You have advantage on the stealth check.
You're quite all right there.
Thank
No.
you, Jesus.
Fucking choked on my whiskey. Fantastic.
At
the moment.
Clapping.
So-
very
Look at
good.
you again.
So my stealth check is. Oh my god! I mean, this actually this is apt because I have just destroyed 2 guys. So that is a grand total of 16. To my stealth check.
He was essentially a humanoid torpedo.
Yeah,
He went
I mean,
through
I
two
rolled
people.
rolled a 3 and a 4 with advantage. I could not have done much worse. I think they know where I am.
As the blood is still
we'll see.
raining down next to you.
So
Yeah.
this individual is now going to burst out from behind the altar, knocks over that candelabra. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30
Oh,
to
shit.
there.
Whoa! Jesus, this is not going to be good.
Apparently I can't create a fucking character sheet properly. Please hold, caller.
Sorry, guys. This is amateur night at the Apollo. Just remember that as you're watching.
Very good. So this female individual just points a finger now, and arcane energy in almost a 10-foot sphere around you, Lex, just... I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Is
Here we
this
go.
a spell?
It is.
Good question. Oh
Hang
yeah,
on.
baby, finally.
Reaction
Wisdom
counter
saving throw
spell.
from.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
What level?
Well, I cast it at 3rd level, so if it's more than 3rd level, I've got to do the roll, haven't I?
You need to roll, yeah.
Oh, come on, Dan.
10
So you
plus
got
the
this.
spell's level, doesn't it?
Yeah, what's the spell's level?
Roll and we'll see if you beat it.
Oh, you tease. Fucking hell.
Oh no.
Didn't
It
even make it
begins,
to
guys.
10, mate. Didn't even make it to 10.
Golly.
Oh, I
Here
did,
we go,
sorry,
guys.
11. Yeah, so I got 11.
11.
So that's that
I'm
out
just
the window.
checking counter spell. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. Yeah, that's fine. So you fail to try and counter spell as you reach out and just. And this is kind of apt as you are hit with just this amalgamation of confusion energy. Roll a. No, you are now confused.
No.
Confused.
So we'll add that on. Yes,
I mean,
as they
join the
cast
fucking club.
confusion on you.
Magical.
And that will be their go. B is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Knows where you are, Jewel, and is going to throw a same spell at you. I need a wisdom save, please.
Yeah. There's no assistance on that one.
Oh, confusion isn't on my D&D character sheet as a condition.
I know, I can't
I'm
find it
assuming
as a condition either. Anyway, that is a 16.
A 16.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
As this confusion energy washes over you, you are 2 in the moment, and you're just there like,
Yes, Joel.
not today, bitch.
That's a first for her against magic. I'll take it.
And that will be her go. That was a good fucking save.
That's 14 on the dice. I'll take it.
So we are then over to... No, they're all dead. Edgious.
Sorry, that took us all far too long to do that. It's horrendously late. But I blame lag.
Yeah, there was just a bit of satellite lag there.
Okay. So, golly. Okay. Edgius is going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 in front of Kavan, and be like, trying to have as much fun as feasibly possible, but you guys are looking awesome, and I'll give you bardic inspiration as I pass you, Tom.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And then I will use I'll use 2 meta points, meta magic things.
Points.
Yeah, I'm going to use those to quicken one of my spells, and I'll Misty Step if I can. Wait, can I go in reverse, Matt? Can I meta magic it in reverse? It says action to bonus action. Can I bonus action to action?
Yeah.
You essentially want to do 2 bonus actions, essentially?
Yes, that's what I'm. Yeah. That.
I don't see why not, yeah.
Awesome, cool. I'm then gonna Misty Step another 30 feet, right behind this pillar here. And as Edgius like runs past you, Kavan, you see him almost step into the shadow of one of the pillars, and then he's just gone. Jules, next to you, you suddenly see Edgius step out of the shadow of the pillar next to you and place himself up against the pillar with his 2 swords in his hands and look at you.
You very much get an approving like, well done, not bad.
Thank you. Do you know what? Edgius has never felt gratification like it until that moment.
Yeah.
There's never
It's
been anything.
It's rare from Jewel, I'm not gonna lie.
How did you just cast Bardic Inspiration on Edgius? I didn't know you could do that. That's so cool. Multi-class and sneaker, you. can I ask a question, Matt? Because I teleported, would they know that I'm behind this pole? Like how much stealthiness do I get as I teleport with my using my veil with my dust?
Misty Step can basically be taken. It doesn't make much noise. It says you can make no noise if you want it to. Because I was looking into this actually.
Because I can also, whether it's Misty Step or my Death's Whisper, because I've got my Veil of the Duskblade up at the moment as well, which is basically a Misty Step. Would they see me?
In this instance, because I've just rolled for it, on their perception they have rolled a 22.
Cool.
So I will ask you to roll me a stealth check, please.
Ooh. Yay.
Had it been lower, I'd have probably let you get away with it, but their perception was pretty fucking good.
Gotcha. That's a... oh, it's not too bad. It was a 12, so it's an 18. That's not too bad.
18. No. You're not hidden. Because their perception was so high.
Yeah, I'm guessing that they saw Jewel like approving nod, like.
Well, they kind of just see the mist appear from behind, and they kind of guess where you've gone
flapping
to.
it away, trying to fucking clear the smoke. As you know, like it's like a bad smoke machine. He's trying to clear the smoke away from him. As a rocker, man, all of his Misty Steps have to be a bad smoke machine effect. That's awesome. And
anything else in your turn?
I've given my Bardic Inspiration. I've done a bonus action instead of an action, so I've still got an action technically, right?
I thought you said you'd done.
No. You moved your bonus action into an action.
Oh yes.
To do another bonus action.
You're totally right.
So you've done two bonus actions, I think, haven't you?
Cool. Yeah, totally. Then for my because to set up for a check, I will look at Kavan and I will essentially give him the nod to be like, come, kick off me, and I will launch you if need be, and I'll hold my check action to chuck Kavan if need be.
Interesting.
With that, Kavan, it's your go.
Nice.
Okay, I've got an idea. I had an idea, and I'm going to go with another one. If I use my dash action, I believe I can get to this person.
Yeah.
Because I got 40 feet of movement, and they're 75 feet away.
Nice.
Yep.
So, I'm going to look at Edgius, and we've done this before, where he's not necessarily going to kind of hoist me, but he's going to be like an afterburner. So I'm going to sprint with my hand axe toward the half pillar in front of Edgius. And as I plant on it, I'm going to look for Edgius to lift, as I'm lifting, to lift me, almost like an
ice skating throw. Like an ice skating toss from the waist.
Like an ice skating toss. Yeah, so it is a bit of a skill check, but basically, I'm heading towards Edgius, and then I'm going to launch myself to do a full Superman tackle of this dude, of this spirit, whatever spellcaster, and pin them. That's my move right now.
Okay, I'm going to ask for the two of you to make athletics checks, please.
Let's
and that'll
go,
be whether
Edgius.
you get an action on this turn, then, Cameron.
Cool.
I need big money.
I got a Bardic Inspiration as well, don't I?
Yes, you do. You've got
Hell
a Bardic.
You do have
yes.
the Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, there's an 18 plus. Did you say acrobat? No, athletics. 25.
Athletics.
Now look, Edgius is made out of just bones, and and he contributes a strong 13 to give a little extra boost. Just a tiny extra boost. It's a small little extra boost, but it's a 13.
So I'll say, Cavan, you sprint up and you are full of fury, divinity, rage, and you launch yourself at Edgius and sort of push yourself off the pillar at the same time. Edgius sort of just gives you that little brush of a push, and you do dart forward and sort of roll, but you don't quite reach this individual with your momentum. You have to sort of forward roll, and then you're stood in front of them. So I'm going to say you've used your dash, but you do not have an action to be able to... You've got bonus actions, but you don't have an action to be able to attack with in this instant.
Motherfucker, I should have just dashed.
No, cool.
Well, that would have been the same thing anyway.
Yeah.
So it's effectively you've just used your dash.
Even with my my 2 actions.
So yours was good. I needed you both to hit a certain DC to try and really overcome the rules there, because you've used... That's like a lot of movement there.
Okay. All right.
If you get 2 attacks per action, does he have an attack left?
I was just wondering.
It's 2 attacks per action, but you use your
and the
action
action
to
was
dash.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what I was trying to go with, because you've got 2 attacks. I was almost going to go, if Edgius had smashed it as well, would have been like, yep, okay, you get 1 attack, but just in this instance.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you
don't have an offhand bonus attack, do you, or anything? Or do you have
You
to?
have to still
Okay.
attack with your first hand, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Fair.
So I land in front. How close do I get?
You're literally right up in front of them, so I'll move your token for you. You sort of run down to here and jump off the pillar as Edgius just gives you that little bit of momentum. You land about here and then roll down face to face with this individual. I will say, as you sort of roll and come to your feet and stand in front of this female individual who just looks at you with contempt, all sound becomes muted where you're stood.
Okay.
That's weird.
So as I kind of land, I land in a bit of a tumble, and before I stand to face this individual, I turn around to Edgius and I'm like, "What the fuck was that?"
You slipped. You slipped. My hands are sweaty. And he holds up dry bone fingers.
Lex is just holding up a 10 in the background.
You see Cog sort of skywrite with just stuff like 6.
A question mark.
As I say that, then I turn around and I just face this individual and I say to them, "I was a kid here once. They did to me what they've been doing to everyone. You did to me what you do to everyone." And I stand there, and I actually drop my hand axe at this point.
Ooh, so the hand axe ding, 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 drops to the floor.
Yeah.
As you say this, little bit of poetic license from the DM here, this female individual just stands in front of you. "Oh no, dear boy. If we'd done to you what we do to all the others, you wouldn't be stood here right now." Lex, you can no longer take reactions, and I need you to roll a d10 for me, please.
Oh, buddy. Lex.
3.
Lex.
Oh,
3.
fuck.
You do not move or take any actions on this turn, as you are just baffled with confusion. As your turn ends then, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Come on, don't be
Go,
shit.
Lex. Come on, Lex.
12.
And you do get advantage because of your ability, because this is still a spell.
That was worse. 12 is the best I've got.
You are still confused.
Fuck.
Very good then. This individual that is limping, sort of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there, sees Kavan in front of one of these female individuals. Not them. I need to roll that to see if that charges first. Which, no, it doesn't. So they are then just going to reach forward, and from you, I need a wisdom saving throw, please, Kavan.
From who's casting?
This individual in between the pews up here. So this one, as I move the token around there.
as he does some breakdancing.
Just drops down, busts a move. Whoa, solid prayer, man.
It's a 16.
16 is definitely enough. You feel this magical energy just sort of wrap around your body and almost try and warp your mind, and then the fury, the rage, everything, you are just absolutely fucking not. That individual sort of sinks down to one knee. So weak. That will be their go. And we are back around the top to Jewel, who is not confused.
Cool. Jewel has been keeping a fairly decent eye on people's movements, so sees this other limping priest. DM, let me know if I can do this. Don't see any reason why I would want to. Yeah, so if I can use my cunning action to hide, but what I mean by that is if I can get a stealth check as I move up behind, and basically to creep along these right up behind him.
I will allow you to make a stealth check. I am, however, going to roll my perception with advantage for that character because they are running up there. But yes, you can absolutely do that.
I mean, I suppose I was obviously, again, I get that because I was like, hopefully they've stopped there.
Yeah.
But that is a stealth of 27.
Yep. Not a fucking chance. With a 16.
I'm gonna tap.
Pretty good.
I'm gonna tap on his shoulder and go behind you, and then I'm just gonna stab him as he turns around.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
That was nice. Yeah, roll to hit, please.
Beautiful. So beautiful.
Actual 20.
Technically, because you're stealth and hidden, that will be an advantage anyway. But I don't fucking need it.
Oh god, that means I have sneak attack. Jesus Christ.
You do. I mean, you would have got that anyway because it's an advantage, but it's a nat 20. So yeah, everything doubled.
I don't. So stupid. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to.
Fucking rogues.
Dave's like, oh, I don't really do much damage. I'm not really here for damage. Eviscerate his third priest in a row. No, fourth priest in a row. My apologies.
Okay, hang on a minute.
So that's initial, psychic, and sneak.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do this all in one because it's gonna be easier.
Yeah. Fucking two. Yeah.
This is so stupid. No, seriously, so stupid.
Is it more than 7?
It's more than 50.
Right. We need the result now. We absolutely need the result now. This might be the highest damage of campaign 2.
It might be. Okay, so basically, including the psychic and Sam, just merging it all together, there's basically 25 on the dice, doubled to 50. Then, sorry, on most of the dice. Then I've got the +2 from the D4, which is therefore, so 58 points of damage.
Whoa. Fuck yeah.
You've killed him in his next life. You've killed him in the next life.
Yeah, this... I'm almost going to say, because you have this astral ability as well, as you stab into this individual, you see just like echoes of this individual stretch back. And it's an individual that appears in different forms. There's the individual as you see today, there's an elderly gentleman, there's a woman, female dragonborn, there's a squirrel, and you just stab through all of these, as not only do you stab through this individual, but all of their reincarnations going forward, and they are well and truly dead, beyond the 9th gate, beyond fucking return whatsoever, dead.
As that happens, the phantom shadow hand will pull another trinket.
Nice. As you do, you sort of grab those incarnations and just pull it together. And I'm going to say, because you've murdered that person so effectively, they disappear off the map.
Fuck, Jesus.
They disappear into the astral plane.
And finally, for shits and giggles, that arm then extends into a shadow form of Jewel and screams towards The individual not in front of Kavan, so this other one.
Interesting.
Over I don't know how we do that. That one.
Yep.
For 3d6 damage, just 30 feet next within range, which I believe they are.
Yep.
So that's 13 points of necrotic damage, if that does anything.
13 points necrotic damage then, as you see this individual's skin just sort of go paler white, the eyes dim slightly, and they continue on with that damage. Now, I need to double check. That spell is...
That's Wales from the Grave.
It is...
Wait,
That is concentration, so they need to roll a concentration check.
wait, did Jules just cast a spell?
No.
No.
It's a special ability you may have seen before.
What I'm rolling for is the individual was concentrating on the spell against Lex, and they have, I believe, because what was the damage there?
13.
14, 15. So yeah, that's 7 anyway.
So 7
They
10.
need to succeed on a Constitution saving throw of 10 or more, and they fail with a 9.
Oh! Oh!
Yes!
I was.
Nice,
I wasn't going for that one for that. I was just going that Kavan's got that one. I'm not interfering.
Well, you could have pretended you did that on purpose and took loads of credit then.
No, 100%. No, absolutely not. I'm not fourth wall in that bad boy.
So as that sort of necrotic energy washes over them, they lose sort of hold of the spell. They just... Fuck. Mother. And they are going to look dead at you then, Jewel, and I need... Nope, okay. I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
This is now going to go very badly. I can't use your what's it dice on a saving throw.
Ignore me. In fact,
Bones?
yeah.
Oh, pardon. Your
On a
what?
save.
Bardic Inspiration. Can I use that on a
Yes, yes,
Yeah?
you can. Yes, you can use it on saves, attacks, and spell and checks, I believe.
This is a wisdom save, then, Matt. Yeah.
Yeah, ability, attack roll, check. Yeah.
Okay.
Save. Okay. Yeah, you're all good.
I did use my inspiration, my bardic inspiration, and no, I've definitely failed that one. So that is a 7 on the wisdom save.
7. You do fail. They're just going to look to you, and as they look towards you, they're just going to say, "Lie down, Kitty." And you are forced to lie down on the floor.
Okay,
You're
cool.
now prone.
I'm now prone. Sweet.
At that
cool,
point,
cool.
Kavan just looks at this other one in the face and says, "Do it. Just do it. You didn't get me last time. Try to get me this time." And he closes his eyes and reaches his hands out to his side, completely vulnerable, no defense posture at all.
Wow.
I'm
gonna give them
absolute
advantage
bollocks
based on
on
that.
Kavan.
That is a 19 to hit, Kavan.
Can I use a Mage Slayer attack as a reaction?
Is it
It's
a
not
spell?
a spell.
Okay.
As they take out this staff that they've got, and they are just going to swing it towards you, so it's not a spell. So you can't use
Okay.
Mage Slayer, but does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Very good. You are going to take... I don't need that one, I need another one. That one. You are going to take... What is that? 6 points of bludgeoning damage, which will be halved, I believe, because you are raging to 3. As they just sort of swing, they look at you. Oh, very well then. And the staff stops as it connects with your cheek. and for the first time she looks at you and there is a little bit of fear in her eyes.
As there fucking should be.
I'm just going to check your rage. You are resistant bludgeoning, piercing and slashing damage. Yes, that is 3 points of damage to you, Kavan.
Okay.
That tickled.
Is it my turn? Or she got more?
She's going to stay in the pocket, but it is then Edgius's turn.
Oh, I just turn, yeah.
Shit. Okay, yeah. Edgius will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. And then I'm going to use my my mobile flourish to actually, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to use my defensive flourish to move next to Kavan, and I'm going to pull out my well, I'm going to have my katana in my hand. I'll just attack her with my katana.
Very good.
Pretty plain and simple. Awesome. That's a 21 to hit.
Nice.
That is going to hit.
Awesome. So I got a D6, D8, and then how much do I get from my my shadow thing? I get a little bit from my shadow thing as well. Another D6 as well. Cool. Is it a celestial creature?
No.
Okay, cool. Just checking. It's always important. Cool. That's 12 points of slashing damage that then like shadowy like forms come with it as Edgius will just take a slash at her arm. You know, she's got the thing up against Kavan's head. He's gonna take a slash of her arm and be like, "You hit my friend again. You're gonna find out what real pain feels like."
Oh.
And then bonus
Let me know if Real
action.
Pain wants a magazine.
He looks at her and goes, "Damn, touche." I will bonus action. Man. I think that's about it. That's about it. I'll call it there.
Very good. Kavan, now your go. As your friend steps up to you and just sort of with their blade slices across this woman, and blood does begin to sort of leak out. She doesn't seem overly wounded right now, but still a little bit hurt.
Yeah. As my buddy's right next to me, I turn around and look at him and I just say, "Thanks, man." And I say, "But I think I got this." And my hand axe is on the ground. I've got other weapons on me, but I just reach forward with my hands for her neck. And I'm just going to do an unarmed strangle attack on her.
Very good. I'm going to say to both you and Edgius again in this moment, as you are within sort of range of this individual, as you're up close, sound is muted, so even as you speak to each other, it's very... just muted noises. But you reach forward and go to strangle this individual.
Cool.
Hit,
That's
please.
22.
22 will absolutely hit. Roll your unarmed strike damage, please.
Unarmed strike damage is a. It's just it's 4 plus
Just
2 of rage.
So 6.
That's 6. And I have a second action.
You have a second attack.
Second attack. I'm just going to squeeze harder as I look into her eyes.
Okay, so this is going to do your 6 points of damage anyway, but I'm going to ask you to roll to hit, because it's a nat 20. I will say it is a full-on crit as well.
16 plus... That's a 23.
Okay, so again, you do the 6 points of damage as you just squeeze tighter in this moment. I
try to
will
lift
say
her.
she is grappled by you.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And hopefully
I'm
she can't do
lifting
any
her off the
verbal
ground.
components to spells either, because you've crushed the windpipe.
Yeah.
Even if she tries, Tom can fucking make another attack as a reaction with his mage slayer.
Absolutely. So in this moment, as you're crushing,
Jesus
she just
Christ.
begins to, and you can see sort of veins begin to pop in her face. She is at the point of bloodied in this instance as you begin to choke the very life out of her. Anything else on your turn?
I'm just lifting her off the ground, and can I start walking her towards the wall?
I'll allow it. She's grappled.
This is cool as fuck.
So I'll say, what? How far are you moving? I'll say you've got half speed because you're carrying someone. So do you want to go 20 feet?
No, let's pin her up against the pillar. Let's pin her up against the pillar.
So you want to go back to here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's
So
off
you
her
just
feet. Yeah. That's it.
very good.
That
Lex.
is so badass.
So as I break out of the confusion, I'll instinctively, you just start hearing it, as then sparks start spiraling around me and channeling into my arm, and I'll look at the woman who cast confusion on me, like, you done fucked up, and I'll cast lightning bolt at her at 5th level.
Like him. Take that shit.
Dexterity 17.
Yes.
That is a full 10d6 coming at you, motherfucker.
What?
Or I've only got 7, so I'll have to do it twice. 10. I've got a 6, 12, 2 5, 6, 12, 17, 22, 26, 29, 31. Hang on, and I've got another 3 to roll. Where'd you go, you prick?
That's on the floor.
That one's lost to the sands of time.
That's fine.
Not another 11 points of lightning damage.
31, 42 points.
So 42.
Yeah.
As you turn around and just go, you done fucked up. This lightning bolt strikes out, and you just watch as her eyes go wide. She doesn't even have a moment to react as this lightning bolt just and burns a hole straight through her. As you sort of bring your hand back, which is smoking now, and you just sort of look down, she crumples to the floor. Hole in her body, as if she's been in Stargate and got struck by one of those staffs. Which, forgive me again, I forgot the name of the fucking staff.
Has anyone taken any damage yet?
Kavan has taken minor damage.
That's unreal. What the fuck is
Welcome
going
to the
on?
show.
Oh
priests.
no! Oh yeah, no, that was me doing that before.
And then
Lex, anything else you wish to do?
15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'll just come to here. Oh no, I didn't actually move myself, twat.
Come on up here.
I'll just move to
Come on up here.
I'll just move to here and go. Who's next? That's the end of my turn.
Well, in this moment then, as Kavan has the last enemy in this room up against a pillar, Jewel and Edgius, is there anything you wish to do in this moment?
I would
Triple team.
I'm gonna look at Jewel.
Or in fact,
and-
sorry, Jewel, I'm going to ask you first.
Oh yeah, sorry. So I mean, okay, so fully, what she was gonna do is retaliate at the one that told her to lie down because she's fuming that that
don't.
worked.
You now don't feel compelled to continue that
No,
command. You can
but
get up
because of that, she was about to do something, and then the room lit up, and I just heard this, and I went, oh, okay, never mind. So we just get up and then look over at the last remaining one, see that Kavan has this handled and just was like, okay, and he's just going to therefore just slowly saunter up 15 feet and just stop there, and he's just gonna
very good.
Stay there.
So in between Jewel and Aegeus, then this individual that you've got sort of pinned up against the pillar does swing again with that quarterstaff, and I did roll a natural 20. So you take a total of 12 points of bludgeoning damage, half to 6. Kavan is a last-ditch effort. She just swings and against you. And then Aegeus, sorry.
Aegeus is going to look at Jules and be like, we might need some information. And Aegeus is going to walk past Jules up to Kavan and place his hand on Kavan's shoulder and be like, only till she's unconscious. After that, you've got to let go. We might need to get some information from her. Come on. Like, Kavan, listen to me.
I'm hearing Aegeus's voice, and I'm just squeezing and pinning, and I turn around to Aegeus and say, no matter how much this is hurting her, it's not as much as they hurt those boys. And I keep squeezing.
I get it. Kavan, I understand. You've got to just relax, dude. We need to talk. We need some evidence here. We need to be able to talk to someone. Lex, back me up here.
Kavan, roll
Lex.
2 attacks, please. So roll twice to hit.
That's a melee. Unarmed is a 21 and a 22.
Any of those natural?
What do you mean natural? No, with
natural 20s. Any of those natural 20s?
No. Sorry, no.
Okay, so they are going to take 12 points of damage then as you continue to squeeze, and at this point the eyes begin to bulge, and you can see the face beginning to go sort of that blue-purple colour. They are on the edge.
I say to Aegeus, where's Lex? And I'm still squeezing.
Aegeus will just turn to Lex again.
And then in true Mrs. Doubtfire fashion, I'm going to be, help is on the way, dude! Help is on the way! As what I'll do, as I come next to Kavan, I'll just put my hands on his cheeks again, turn his head towards me, and go, you've done your job. It's time to stop.
And as I'm looking at Lex, that feeling of euphoria has drained out of me, and it's just sadness, and there's tears coming out of my eyes as I'm channeling all of the pain that these kids have felt and really, really wanting to finish this. But I look at Lex and I know we made a deal. And at this moment, he's my last anchor to sanity. And I hold her for one last minute, and I say, you're gonna have to live with this. And I drop her and let her crumple to the ground and say,
She's going to look up at the 4 of you.
I'm gonna back away. I'm just gonna back away at that point, and kind of regret that I didn't finish it, but also know that that's what the Planar Detective Agency wanted at that point, and kind of letting them have their way with questioning her.
Aegeus will walk away with...
I was just saying, I'll use message in my head to say, you can finish this when we've questioned her. You will get to finish this. So he knows, so she doesn't know that he's going to kill her at the end, but I'm telling Kavan he can fuck her up afterwards.
Nice.
Okay.
That's good.
Aegeus will walk away with Kavan and just be like, hey, you did a good job, man. And I'll like walk you over to like this pew, Tom, like over here, and just sit down with you.
Yeah.
And then I will tie her to the pillar.
Nice.
And I will cast Cure Wounds on Tom
to give you some
Technically
healing.
still in initiative order, so as she gets dropped, I need everybody to make me an investigation check, please.
I thought you was going to say wisdom saves, and I was like, you bastard.
Investigation 26.
Oh, God. 7.
Lex, you get advantage.
Whee!
It's a 3.
13.
28.
So, Kavan, in this moment, as you're still shaking, you walk away, and it almost looks like she disappears. Edius, what did you roll, sorry?
28.
28. You see immediately through this illusion. You can still see her there. Sorry, Lex and Jewel?
26.
I got 13.
26. So, Jewel, you see through the illusion. Lex, again, she almost seems to just disappear for a minute. As you go to tie her up, and you're looking a bit confused there.
Jewel, therefore, like, launches forwards and grabs her by the neck, obviously with nothing near the strength that Kavan did, but just so that, and will go, tie her up now, and sort of help her up forcefully up into a position where then Lex can actually tie around.
And she is weak, she is limp, she sort of gets tied to this pillar, and again, Lex and Jewel, as you're close to her, the sound is muted. Kavan and Aegeus, as you sort of wander away, it's almost like your ears pop, and sound comes back to you. Given the time, does anybody want to ask immediately? Or shall we leave this for next time?
I'm happy to wait to ask questions.
Yep. Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Very good.
Because then it gives me time to think of some questions then.
Wasn't what I was thinking at all.
As you tie this individual to the pillar, then an amulet sort of falls out of the robes and swings down, and you can see that same sort of engraving as the one that you already have, Jewel. Just swings around her neck, and the eyes that were glowing pink sort of fade back, and you can see she's got grey eyes. And as the hood falls down as well, you can see that she is an elf. You look towards the other bodies, and you see a mixture of elf, human, orc, half-orc, all manner of humanoid races amongst these bodies. And this individual just sort of coughs and spits blood onto the floor. You have no idea what's coming for you down here. You might as well just kill me.
Is that audible but muted?
Everybody else can hear it, which is the weird thing.
Okay.
So even though the rest of sound seems muted, her speaking to you is normal.
Okay.
And with that, carry on, Aegeus.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask, Aegeus, now that he's like sat on the bench with Kavan, does this feel like the first room of many, or does this feel like was this like do I see any doors in the distance that look like, you know, there's some other priesty folk hiding in them doors?
Well, now you look around the nave and the candlelight that burns along the walls, you see almost immediately across to your left as you sit facing towards the altar, so towards the east of this room, you see a door on that side. As you look towards the west as well, which would be on your right, you see another door, and directly ahead of you, behind the altar, is a grand double door as well. This is the nave. There are rooms beyond.
We peaked too soon.
Yeah.
And as you all sit and recover and recoup with this individual tied to a pillar yet again, Jewel, there is just a sound in your head. It's tempting, isn't it? Just to end her life. Oh, how sweet it would be. I'll leave you to think on that one. And that voice fades, and that, my friends, is where we are going to end episode 57 for this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for everybody who is watching after the fact on YouTube as well, or listening to us on the podcast. If you are listening to us on the podcast, this is your last chance to enter into the podcast specific competition, where we do have some special dice and goodies to give away, so please be sure to email us at maltamagic@outlook.com maltamagic@outlook.com with the answer to the question which is on the podcast. I'm not going to give that away, just in case anybody is watching on any of the other formats and decides to submit an answer. But yes, please join us next week. I think we are going to do a recap next week. We will double check that as a crew, and we will put out on social medias what the schedule is going to be like for the next couple of weeks, because we've got a few things happen here and there. But either way, this has been awesome. I look forward to descending further into the Cathedral of Sin. There is lots more to be had, lots more to discover, and our young Kavan is going to go on something of a journey. So, my friends, this has been episode 57. We have been the Malt and Magic crew with Homie and the Dude, as always. We love you all. Stay safe, and we will see you next time.